Hey, so I've been thinking about you today, like a lot actually. And I don't know, I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Is that okay? You don't have to do anything, just be here. I can tell you've been in your head again. I can always tell. You get this kind of quiet about you, like you're somewhere else. And I know that place you go. I don't love it when you go there. So I wanted to talk to you, okay? Just talk. Can I just say something first? And you have to actually let it in and not just nod and then immediately dismiss it. You're a good person. Like, genuinely. And I know you're going to do that thing where you go, yeah, but, and then list 17 things. And I'm asking you not to do that right now. Just sit with it for a second. You're a good person. You try really hard. Like, really hard. In ways that nobody even sees most of the time. And you never even mention it. You just do it and then somehow still find a way to feel like you're not doing enough. Do you see how unfair that is? To yourself? I think about the way you talk about yourself sometimes, and it makes me sad, honestly. Like, you would never talk about someone you loved the way you talk about yourself. Ever. You'd never let me talk about myself that way. You'd be like, hey, stop that. That's not true. And you'd mean it. You'd really mean it. So why is it different for you? Why do you get to be the one exception to your own kindness? I don't get it. I've never gotten it. And look, I know you've done things you're not proud of. I'm not saying you're perfect. You're not perfect. Neither am I. Neither is anyone. But there's this thing you do where you collect every bad thing, every mistake, every moment you got it wrong, every time you said the wrong thing or didn't show up the way you wanted to. And you just keep it all, like you're building a case against yourself. And I just want to ask, what's the verdict supposed to be? What are you actually trying to prove? Because from where I'm standing, from actually knowing you, the case doesn't hold up. It just doesn't. You're not who that voice says you are. Okay, and can we talk about the whole I'm behind thing? Because I know that's in there. I know you look at your life sometimes and feel like you missed something. Like everyone else got some instructions that you didn't get. Like you should be further along by now somehow. And I hate that for you. I really do. Because you're not behind. There's no behind. There's no schedule. There's just your life. Happening at the speed your life happens. And all that comparing is it's just making you miserable. And it's not even real. You know what's real? You, right now, still figuring it out, still trying. That's real. And that's kind of everything, you know? You don't have to be fixed to be loved. I need you to hear that. You don't have to have it all sorted. You don't have to be the finished version of yourself. Like, I'm not waiting for some future you. I'm here for this one. The one who's still a work in progress and gets tired and messes up sometimes and tries anyway. That's the one I like. That's the one I'm crazy about, actually. I wish you could see yourself the way I see you for even 5 minutes, because you'd be shocked. I genuinely think you'd be shocked. The version of you that you think is such a disaster is just a person, trying their best, dealing with things, having a hard time sometimes, like everyone, like every single person. You're not uniquely broken. You're just human. And being human is hard, and nobody really tells you that enough, I think. It's hard, and you're doing it anyway. Every day, you're doing it anyway, and you don't give yourself any credit for that at all. I want you to take a breath for me, just a slow one. In and out. Good. Okay. You're okay. Right now, in this moment, you're okay. And I know it doesn't always feel that way. I know some days it really doesn't feel that way at all. But you've gotten through every single bad day you've ever had. Like, every one. You have a perfect record. And some of those days were really hard. And you got through them. Maybe not gracefully, maybe not without falling apart a little, but you got through them. You always get through them. And I know the voice in your head is really convincing. I know it sounds like the truth because it sounds like you. But it's not you. It's old stuff. Things people said, ways you got hurt, stuff that got stuck. And it's been there so long, it just feels like fact. It's not fact. It's just noise that got really comfortable. And you don't have to believe it just because it's loud. You're allowed to need things. I know that sounds obvious, but I really don't think you believe it. You act like needing things is some kind of weakness, like asking for help or admitting you're struggling is something to be embarrassed about. And it's not. It's really not. Everyone needs things. The people who pretend they don't they're just pretending. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to say, this is hard. You're allowed to ask for help and not immediately feel guilty about it. You're allowed to matter to yourself. Like that should be a given, but I know for you, it isn't always. So I'm saying it. You're allowed to actually matter to yourself. Okay, I'm just going to say a few things and I need you to just let them in, okay? Don't fight me on this. You are not too much. You are not a burden. You are not running out of time. You are not the worst thing you've ever done. You are not what you're most ashamed of. And the fact that you feel so much, the fact that you care so much about whether you're a good person, that's not a flaw. That's actually one of my favorite things about you. Bad people don't lie awake worrying about whether they're bad people. That's not how it works. The fact that it bothers you so much is kind of proof that you're not what you're afraid you are. I just love you, okay? I just really love you. And I know that's maybe not what you expected me to say, or maybe it's uncomfortable to hear, but I don't care. I love you, and I think you deserve to be told that you're doing okay. More than okay, actually. You're doing really well with something that's genuinely difficult. And I see it even when you can't. So tonight, just be a little easier on yourself. Just tonight. Drink some water, lie down, let yourself rest without feeling like you haven't earned it. And when the mean voice comes back, because it will, and that's okay, just remember that it's not me. I would never say those things to you. I would say, you're enough. You've always been enough. And I'm really glad you're here. Okay? Okay. Good night.